2.
Welcome back into Palm Springs Stadium for Game 2 here on this beautiful Wednesday morning, early afternoon. Well, we're still in the morning, but either way, it's the Coyotes on defense with Aaron Perez on the mound going up against the Haymakers. It's Ray Martinez, the second baseman, to lead us off. And the first offering from Perez to Martinez is low for ball one. So the lineup for the Haymakers will start with this in this inning. It's Ray Martinez, Jace Vicari, and Jonas Ballesteros due up here in the top of the first. Second offering is chopped to shortstop, fielded and thrown over to first for the first out of the ball game. Only took Perez 2 pitches to record it.
Yeah, good easy play there on the grounder. Got him on the fastball right down the middle. He was just over the top of it and rolled it over to the shortstop side for the first out of this game. Perez's first start of the year. He has only made 2 game appearances, 4 innings pitched.
This one's sliced down to third, fielded cleanly, and another strike to first. And 2 quick outs for Perez and the Coyotes here in the first.
Yeah, pretty quick start here already, and 2 plays in the infield, another couple of grounded out. Ball was also in the middle of the strikes, and so Haymakers starting off pretty aggressive, just getting over the top of some of these pitches to start off.
That was Jace Vicari, the catcher for the Haymakers, going down on 1 pitch. Now it's Jonas Ballesteros, the shortstop, and he watches that ball. Looked like it was called low, as he's ahead 1-0 against Aaron Perez. Took him 3 pitches to get the first 2 outs of this inning. Righty kicks and fires, leaves that one outside for ball 2.
I don't track, man.
As 2-0 count here with 2 outs in the top of the first as the Haymakers on the road taking on the Coyotes. That one's over the zone for a strike. Nice spot for Perez to live at. Down and away from the right-handed hitter, Jonas Ballesteros, who's playing shortstop today. Here's the 2-1. That one skips in the dirt for a ball. Count runs to 3-1. With Lawson Darthard on deck. Here's the 3-1, and that one's low for a ball. So a 2-out walk to Ballesteros, and that'll bring up Darthard.
Just a couple of control issues here so far in that little walk there, but not a bad situation to get a runner on base with 2 outs.
So Lawson Darthard comes up with a runner on first, 2 away, as Aaron Perez trying to get the Coyotes' bats up to the plate. There's ball 1. As the first game, if you're just joining us, was a good one. It was the Grizzly who lost to the Chill in a close ball game. 5-2 was the score.
Yeah, it was a pretty good game. The Chill had 4 extra base hits, doubles in all those, and a bunch of those at-bats. They were able to keep in front of the Grizzly for a pretty big win over a team that has been pretty good so far this season.
Here's the 2-0. Misses outside for a ball. So after getting 2 quick ground ball outs, Perez has walked a batter, and now he's behind 3-0 to the cleanup hitter for the Haymakers. That one is smoked into left field. One hops to the left fielder for a base hit. There's first and second now here in the first for the Haymakers.
Yeah, it was a well-hit ball over to that left field side. Just a good piece of hitting there from Lawson just to get it over the head of the infield here.
That'll bring up Nathan LeBeau, the first baseman. With 2 outs here in the first. That one misses inside for a ball. Breaking ball from Perez, never got back into the zone.
It's a 67-mile-per-hour ball on the inside edge.
There's the 1-0. Big swing and a miss from LeBeau. Counts now 1-1. Haymakers looking for their first win on the year. The Coyotes have won 3 in a row to even their record up at 3-3. That one couches the outer half of the zone for a strike.
Got the outside edge call there. The Haymakers have been in a couple of games. They just haven't been able to finish a lot of the games that they played in this year, but a lot of lopsided ones too. Their pitching hasn't really been holding up a whole lot.
Nice protective hack right there from LeBeau to stay alive. It was a good slider low and away from the righty.
They've got a two-way player pitching today for the Haymakers, Tomasi.
Righty checks the runner at second and fires another protective hack at the plate as LeBeau is putting together a nice AB here.
That was late on that inside corner, and that probably would have gotten a call by the umpire, so LeBeau just had to fend that one off, and even though he got jammed up there, he was able to at least keep this at bat alive.
That one is flared into shallow right field. It's going to drop for a hit. Coming around to score is Ballesteros. Going to third is Darthard, and he's tagged out at third. But one run will come across to score as the Haymakers have themselves a 1-0 lead as we head to the bottom half.
Family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
Welcome back into Palm Springs Stadium. The Haymakers jumped out to an early 1-0 lead as Ballesteros drew a walk, followed by a single from Darthard and an RBI single from LeBeau. Darthard was thrown out at third, trying to go first to third with 2 outs. But the run did score, so it's 1-0. First hack from Christian Areola, the leadoff hitter for the Coyotes, comes up empty. He's down 0-1.
Got him dotted on the outside edge of the strike zone for a strike there. This Tomasi is a different kind of guy out there for the Haymakers today. They're trying something a little different.
That one's fouled off. Count goes to 1-2. As I said earlier, the Coyotes have won 3 consecutive games to even up their record at 3-3. That one's rolled over towards first, fielded by the head coach of the Coyotes, Jacob Castro.
And Tomasi's already had 1 appearance this year for 2 innings pitched, struck out 2. ERA of 0 right now, and this is his first start of the year.
Good breaking ball. Gets Areola to go down swinging for the first out of the bottom half of the first.
A good changeup. That was dotted on the outside corner, down and low for a good pitch, and nothing but air for Christian Areola.
Now here comes a guy who is tearing the cover off the baseball. Dylan Garcia. He's hitting over 518 at-bats this summer. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it straight back.
Yeah, this has been a guy who has really led things for the Coyotes so far this season, and there's a pretty big chunk of guys in this lineup that can do a lot of damage, including, Dylan Garcia there with 7 singles this year and 5 RBIs. This is a damage creator.
There's the 0-1. Takes a hack at that breaking ball that dives away from the righty. He's down 0-2. He's got 3 extra base hits. All 3 of them are triples. He's also scored 6 runs, driven in 5, as Justin said. So he's in that 2-hole for a reason. Can do it all with the bat in his hands. Here's the 0-2, and he takes a breaking ball and lines it out to right field. Underneath it is Holcomb for the out. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. That'll bring up the DH Mason St. Hilary.
And that was a pretty good hit as well. 82 miles per hour off the bat. Just left it hanging up in the air on a line driver to the other side. Still a good piece of hitting from Dylan Garcia. And that won't be the last we see of him today, I'm for sure.
So here is Mason St. Hilary, lefty bat. Usually hits third for the Coyotes. Watches ball 1. He's ahead 1-0. Takes a nice hack and smacks it into left field, tailing away from the left fielder and making a nice grab over there. That's Savion Bishop, able to track down that fly ball for the 3rd out. So through 1 inning here at Palm Springs Stadium, it's the Haymakers that have a 1-0 advantage over the Chill. We'll be back for the 2nd.
Somewhere down there is you. And just like us, you're an amazing Palm Springs vacation home. I bet we have a lot in common. Elevated, yet down to earth. A place to soak it up, sip it down, and make a splash. A place where staying in is even better than going out. Not just a place for visiting, a place for living in the moment. That moment when vacation dreams become reality. You're one of Palm Springs' best kept secrets. Let's show you off. Because you're so much more than just a home. You're a destination. You're an adventure. You're an idyllic escape. You're a happy place.
Replaced or repaired? Then go company. We do it all. New installs, retrofit. Over 100 years. Committed to bringing you the garage doors, commercial and accessories. Whether you need a garage door for your home, a commercial door for your better integrated door sill application, remember Red Ribbon logo. You are genuine. The original products and service you need. And for products that are our service technicians are trained, knowledgeable, and background checked. Our continued success is due to our exceptional employees. Call 760-77 672-3667. Overhead Door Company. We sell the best and service the rest.
Look out to the leader, Overhead Doors.
We're here in the top of the second inning. New arm already for the Coyotes as Aaron Perez only faces 5 batters and throws 17 pitches in the first. His team's down 1-0, and it's time for Antonio Longobardi to come in onto the bump, and he fires in strike one to Gianni Brasesco, the third baseman for the Haymakers today.
Yeah, Antonio Longobardi is well regarded for the Coyotes this year. And it looks like it's kind of like a bullpen day today for the Coyotes.
That one misses, so it's a 1-1 count.
This is your favorite guy, isn't it, Zach?
I just love the name, Longobardi. That one's softly hit over the second baseman's head into shallow right center field, as that'll be a leadoff single off the bat of Brasesco.
That was a pretty good, well hit. Just barely got over the head of Schmerber there at second base. It looked like he had a chance. He just misstepped his hop and timed it just maybe a second off before he could go up and grab it.
Back pick over there, not in time. As that'll bring up Savion Bishop, the right-handed bat for the Haymakers. He's got a guy on first with nobody out. His team leads 1-0. Here in the second inning, Longobardi misses outside with ball one. Bishop hitting .300. He's 3 for 10 with 3 walks. Runner goes at first. Throw down to second is over the head of the middle infield. And trotting on down to third is Brasesco. So after that leadoff single, he's already down at third, 90 feet away from scoring.
Yeah, behind the plate. Babcock just throwing it over the head of his second baseman, Schmerber, out there. And it's a throwing error there to get Brasesco over at third base now.
Here's the 1-0 from Longobardi. Big swing and a miss from Bishop. Evens up the count. Infield playing at regular depth with nobody out and a guy on third. More than happy with just taking the out. If they can manufacture one, there's strike 2 on the outer half.
That's a great pitch on the outside edge at 80 miles per hour. It looked like it was almost off of the plate too, but gets the call by the umpire.
Good spot for Longobardi to live at. He's got a 1-2 count. Here's the delivery. And that one's away. Looked like it had some movement on it, 9 inches to be exact. But it's ball 2. Longobardi making his first pitching appearance for the Coyotes this summer. Drops in strike 3. Down goes Bishop looking for the first out.
Yeah, look at that dot up on the inside edge of the strike zone. 72 miles per hour changeup. Froze up Bishop as he watched it fly by. Great pitch selection there for Longobardi.
That'll bring up Owen McGuinn. Still with a guy on third with 1 out now. That one misses low and away for a ball. Runner on third, trying to add another run. Haymakers lead 1-0, and they'll get that second run right here with an RBI base hit up the middle off the bat of Owen McGuinn. It's now 2-0.
Good piece of hitting, send it the other way. That pitch down and on that outside corner low. Just got a piece of it, 89 miles per hour off the bat. No one was able to grab it through that gap between second base and shortstop, and it goes into the outfield.
So here's Aiden Holcomb, who's 2 for 7 with 2 hit by pitches and 2 walks. Who's got a .286 batting average, as the back pick over there is too late to get the runner, McGuinn, .286 batting average for Holcomb, but a .545 on base. Here he is with a guy on first and one out, and another back pick over there. That's Connor Mager over there at first for the Coyotes. Longobardi comes set. Here's the pitch, and it's low and away to Holcomb.
McGuinn doesn't have a lot of stolen bases this year. He's only got one this year, but Longobardi's keeping check of him over there at first base.
There he goes right here. Late throw, and in there, right on cue, stealing a bag is Owen McGuinn. He must have heard you from down there and decided to show off the wheels with the stolen base.
He said, I got one stolen base. Well, let me go get another one, and he does right there.
Doubles his season total here in the second inning. That one's inside to Holcomb. 2-1 count.
If you ask me, that's better than 2-day shipping. Just tell a guy to go steal a base under your breath.
He saw quite a few in the previous game between the Grizzly and the Chill. Here's the 2-1 delivery. Excuse me, swing from Holcomb. Evens up the count at 2. That ball breaking in towards the righty at the last second. Holcomb could not hold up his swing in time as it catches a piece of the offering from Longobardi. Here's the 2-2. That one's low and in the dirt. Count runs full.
You see where the Haymakers have been able to do their damage on offense, be able to, get a lot of easy hits in the first few innings and knock a few runs in to start early. But the problem has been that pitching this year, they just haven't been able to stay in games a lot.
And that one hitting the front hip of Holcomb. So on a 3-2 pitch, he wears one and trots down to first with a hit by pitch.
Yeah, he looked like he tried to scooch his way out of that ball to avoid the hit by pitch there, but got him on that rear end for him to reach over the first base now.
So that'll bring up the extra hitter and the 10-hole spot, Seth Bryson. He's got a runner on first and second with one out here in the top of the second. His team have a 2-0 lead over the Coyotes. Aaron Perez started the game for them and only went 1 innings pitched before Longobardi has come in. This will be his fifth batter. Started off with a leadoff single from Gianni Brasesco, followed by a strikeout against Savion Bishop, and now an RBI single and a hit by pitch. Have the 2 men on, pulls the string on that offering, and has Bryson out in front.
I like that pitch, 69 miles per hour, change up down low but below the strike zone.
And off speed again. That one's 72 over the plate, but it's fouled off from Bryson. So Longobardi is ahead 0-2. It's only the second inning, but this feels like a big pressure spot. As that one's lined down the line, hooking towards the away bullpen and ending up foul.
So far, Seth Bryson being aggressive through this at-bat. Had to go after that pitch because it was 70 miles per hour or inside the heart of the zone.
And that one rings him up. So another K looking, this time against Seth Bryson, as he gets the second out, and the lineup will flip back over for Ray Martinez.
Wow, you absolutely froze him on that pitch. That one was right down the heart of the plate. You just didn't want to go after it. Second strikeout for Mr. Longobardi.
So still 2 guys on now with 2 outs. And that one, first pitch swinging, softly lined right to the second baseman for the 3rd out. So the Haymakers add another run to their total, but they leave a couple of guys on. They take their 2-0 lead into the bottom of the second here on the PSEL YouTube channel.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Welcome back into Palm Springs Stadium. We're in bottom of the second. Due up for the Coyotes is Connor Mager, Merrick Sampayan, and Caden Horwood as the Yotes trying to get on the board. It was 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first for them, but they're down 2-0 after the Haymakers scored a run in each inning thus far. And that first offering from Dominic Tomasi is inside for a ball.
Tomasi has also been kind of their whole guy as well this year.
That one's lined right back up the middle. Nice piece of hitting from Connor Mager to lead off the bottom of the second with a base knock.
Good piece of hitting. 90 miles per hour off the bat. That was a pretty good hit ball that got into the outfield. It was a good spot here for the Coyotes to at least bounce back here.
That'll bring up Merrick Sampayan, the left fielder today. He settles into the left-handed batter's box with his teammate over at first, Connor Mager, after that leadoff single. Here's the first pitch of the at-bat. Slide step, first pitch swinging is the lefty, and he fouls it off into the parking lot. Sampayan, this is only his 7th plate appearance of the season. Watches a strike on the outer half. Good spot. 84 and down at the knees from Tomasi.
Right there at the outside corner. That was a horizontal break down, like a cutter pitch, basically.
Swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Down goes Sampayan for the first out in the bottom of the second.
He got rung up on that 0-2 call with the pitch on the outside corner. So Tomasi goes with the pitch, this time a little bit lower, and he got Sampayan to swing and miss at that pitch in that same location.
So now one out, still a guy on first, and Caden Horwood, the third baseman's up to bat. He watches ball one, slider low and away.
Yeah,
that one's down as well, so he's ahead 2-0 to start his first at-bat.
Yeah, Horwood in just 7 at-bats, 3 hits, 5 runs, a couple of strikeouts, 3 walks, 3 stolen bases. This is a pretty fast guy mover on the bases.
Ooh, a good pickoff. Had the runner leaning towards second, but he's able to scramble back in safely. That's Mager over there at first. He's playing first base today for the Coyotes. And before firing the 2-0, Tomasi steps off and recollects himself.
Horwood is standing at 6'5", 205 pounds. grad student at Adrian College. Just trying to get some extra playing time here.
Watches that fastball over the heart of the plate, 85 miles an hour. 2-1 count to the 6-hole hitter for the Coyotes. Righty kicks and fires, fouled off from Horwood as the count is evened up. If you're just joining us, the Haymakers lead 2-0 over the Coyotes here in the bottom of the second. They had one in the first, one in the second. And with one out here, the Coyotes trying to cut into that deficit. 2-2. Chopped over to shortstop. Not a lot of exit velo, so the play is at first base. And it's an out. Only play was going to be there. There was no way to get the lead runner as that ball was just hit too softly to Ballesteros at short. But they get one out, the second of the inning, and it'll bring up Everett Babcock, the catcher.
Yeah, like you said, a pretty slow roller to that shortstop side. And a good pickup there by Ballesteros to make that play or to first base. They don't get the lead runner, but at least they have 2 outs now and have a chance to get out of it.
So 2 away here in the inning. Left-handed catcher Babcock is at the plate trying to bring home a run. Swings at the first pitch and slaps it foul towards his home dugout.
Coyotes are coming off a really good win against the Colonials 3-1 here yesterday at the field. And the Haymakers are coming off of a really tough loss against the Bombers 11-4 at the turf field yesterday. So the Haymakers trying to fight their way to get in front of this team and bounce back on the win column.
Here's the 0-1. And away from the catcher by Kari. Did just enough to keep it in front of him.
Babcock hasn't played or hasn't got a lot of hits this year, just one for a single. He's scored that himself in 7 at-bats this year.
Small sample size, but he's got a good chance to bring home a run here with 2 outs and a guy on second. Watches ball 2 up and away. 86 on the gun from Tomasi. He's had the velo working for him, just having trouble getting through innings as quickly as he would like to. Long pause, kicks and fires. Big hack from Babcock. Nothing to show for. 2 balls and 2 strikes here in the second inning with 2 outs and a 2-0 lead for the Haymakers.
Tomasi's had himself a good freshman year, 6'3", 380 pounds from Monterey Peninsula College. He pretty much does everything on the field, so wherever they need him to be.
Nice hack from Babcock to stay alive. Slaps it off towards the back netting.
He can pretty much do anything you need him to do. Even though he hasn't really gotten a lot of at-bats this year, he's been able to knock in an RBI or gotten a run himself. Pitching not too bad either. 2 strikeouts so far in 2 innings.
Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Perfectly located. Low and away. Babcock goes down swinging. So that's it for the Coyotes. In the second, they strand a guy in scoring position. As we head into the third here at Palm Springs Stadium, we'll be right back.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide,
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyric. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
Hey, Coachella Valley, Patrick Summers here, General Air Conditioning and Plumbing. Spring is here and summer is right behind it. Don't get caught with a broken air conditioning system. Call us now. Let us get a tune-up done. We're offering a special for $79. It comes with a seasonal guarantee. Call our team today. Get yourself scheduled before the heat hits. Be proactive, not reactive. Go ahead and book at callthegeneral.com or call our offices and we'll get you taken care of.
Back at Palm Springs Stadium. As that one misses, low and away, Longobardi is still out there. And that one misses too. That one looked like it was in a good spot over the inside of the plate. But it misses for ball two. Jay Spikari, the catcher, up for his second plate appearance. He grounded out to third base, back in the first. And that one misses high for a ball. So 3-0 to start this at-bat.
There's been a couple of close pitches already in this at-bat for Baikari. The 2-0 pitch should have been called a strike, actually. He got the top right left corner of the zone.
Big hack right there on the 3-0. He had the green light. Comes up empty, so it's 3-1. Longobardi in his second inning of work. That one is slapped down the third base line, foul. So the count runs full.
It was like a softball slap hit that he just threw out there on a pitch that was low on the inside corner. The strike zone at 79 miles per hour. That had a good vertical and horizontal break of plus 10 inches.
Plenty of movement on that offering from Longobardi. Here's the payoff pitch. That one is roped down right field towards the away batting cages for a loud foul ball. That was a nice swing right there from Baikari. Short to the ball. Turned on that inside pitch. And able to pull it. Just couldn't keep it fair. Here's another payoff. This time it's Longobardi who blows it past him. Second strikeout for Longobardi.
Very good pitch. Upstairs fastball, 81 miles per hour. Got Baikari to swing and miss at that one.
That'll bring up Jonas Ballesteros, who walked and came around to score the first run of the ball game. Watch a strike one. Still a 2-0 ball game. Haymakers have 4 hits. And that one is up the middle, and there's a fifth base hit off the bat of Ballesteros. So he reaches base for the second time today. And he's on first with 1 out. That'll bring up Lawson Darthard.
That was a tough little roller there for the shortstop Romero. It just barely got under his glove, but that ball was off at 90 miles per hour off the bat of Jonas Ballesteros. So even if it touched the glove, I think they would have ruled a hit regardless.
Yeah, hard hit ball up the middle. Shortstop having to move to his left. It would have been a tough throw, but it gets through him anyways. That first offering to Darthard is low and away for ball one. Darthard singled in his last plate appearance. He was thrown out at third to end the inning. That one's fouled off over our heads for strike.
He went for a pitch that was way outside and off the plate. That was like right in the lefty batter box.
Tried to slap that down the right field line. A lot of ground over there in the outfield as Dylan Garcia is playing towards that right center gap. As that one misses low and away for a 2-1 count.
We've seen that a lot of times with power hitting and PSEL play. So if you just get a little soft liner down that line, that's probably a trip to third base.
Longobardi kicks and fires. Slider low and away, misses for a ball. It's a 3-1 count.
It's another prime guy in that cleanup spot. 6'2", 230 pounds from Taft College. He's had himself a pretty good season. A double and 2 singles.
Runner goes at first. Pitch is in there for strike 2, but sliding in safely is Ballesteros. He's got himself a stolen base. And for Darthard, after that strike 2, he will see a payoff pitch from Longobardi with 1 out and now a guy in scoring position. Haymakers have a 2-0 lead, trying to extend it here. Darthard asks for time and gets it, as he wants to think about this pitch and what Longobardi might offer. He's already come set. He's ready to fire. Checks on the runner, kicks and goes. And gets a half swing. They're going to say he went around, throw down to first. So that is a big strikeout for Longobardi as he gets Darthard to go down.
Yeah, pretty good pitch. That one was down and low in the dirt. Not a whole lot of break on it. So it was a fastball that he just threw down and low in the zone at 73 miles per hour. More of a changeup, actually. And got Darthard to pull on that one.
So with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position, here's Nathan LeBeau, who had an RBI single back in the first. He drove in the first run of the ball game. Throw back to Longobardi, got away from him, but it's Romero in the area to clean up the mess.
We got to trust our defense as always. Even if the ball is not in play, it's just a simple throwback. Romero's got your back. I'm sure Longobardi had a chance to go get that out either way. So 0-1 count though. And that one is in the zone for strike 2.
Good spot for Longobardi, who's 1 pitch away from getting out of this. He actually has 4 strikeouts now. He had 2 in the second. Now he's got 2 here in the third, and he gets another. So after a guy reaches scoring position with less than 2 outs, he gets stranded there after 3 strikeouts in the inning from Longobardi. And that'll send us into the bottom half of the third. The Haymakers still lead 2-0 over the Coyotes. We'll be back on the PSEL YouTube channel.
For 20 years, our family's mission has been simple. It all starts at Stuffed, where exceptional service meets bold flavors. Every crust, a masterpiece. Cocktails crafted to perfection in an atmosphere that brings family and friends together. Stuffed pizza, dine in or take out. Savor and enjoy at our 2 locations. Quality, service, family legacy, it all starts at Stuffed.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Monster Shakes, the best ice cream creations in the desert and only place in the world that serves all 10 flavors of Dole Soft Serve. The winner of the best soft serve and smoothies, home to the world's best date shake and other fun creations like ice cream nachos and the cotton candy burrito. For a limited time, come in and try your luck. Any soft serve that weighs exactly 16 ounces is free. Monster Shakes in Palm Springs and Cathedral City facing the Mary Pickford. Franchise opportunities available too. Monster Shakes, a delicious mess.
Bottom 3 here at Palm Springs Stadium. It's Carson Romero, Max Pollard, and Maxwell Schmerber to lead off the Coyotes, going up against Tomasi in his 3rd inning of work. In that last inning, he had 2 strikeouts to bring his total up to 3 as he faces 8, 9, and 10 in this Coyote lineup.
First time today. Pretty good outing so far for Tomasi. No hits, just a single hit allowed.
First offering is inside. As he comes set once more. That one is up for a ball, so 2-0 to start out this at-bat to the Coyotes shortstop, Carson Romero.
And for a team that has scored 37 runs and hitting with a .315 batting average in their entire roster.
Big hack. Nothing to show for Romero. It's now a 2-1 count.
It's a pretty good team that has a lot of good offense, and Tomasi's been able to hold him for 2 so far. But I'm going to knock on wood here, and hopefully nothing else crazy happens.
That one's over the plate for strike 2. 86 down at the knees to the righty. Carson Romero this summer so far, 3 for 10. All 3 hits were singles. He's driven in a run and scored 3. Here's the 2-2. Pops that one up. Foul territory and drifting out of the stadium over towards Sunrise Park.
And Tomasi has a pretty good pitch count going through 2.5 so far. He only has 26. Now he's up to 31 right now.
That was a good breaking ball low and away, but no chase from Romero as the count runs full.
First full count of the day for Tomasi against the batter.
Here's the payoff pitch from the righty. This one's flared off again. This one's staying in the park over on the away side of the stadium. So we'll see another payoff pitch from Dominic Tomasi here in his 3rd inning of work. Trying to retire the leadoff hitter in the 3rd. High fly ball to shallow left field. And that one's going to drop right in front of Bishop, as that one might have gotten lost in the sun by the left fielder.
Yeah, that was a weird, tough play. Everybody in the infield started trailing out into the outfield. Both Ballesteros and Braseo moved out there. Bishop waiting for somebody to call that one off, but he wasn't able to come in and make the catch there. So
I believe that's going to be ruled a hit. The ball never touched Bishop's glove on the way down. Runner goes early. The throw beat him, but not in time. And a bit of a collision out there at second as Ballesteros and Romero caught a piece of each other's lower halves. And Romero is in some pain down there after swiping second.
Yeah, he's down on the ground right now. It looks like maybe a nut shot potentially, because he's back up on his back there, but he is really feeling it there. It's either that or his groin, as he slid in there and ran into Martinez, who was covering the bag there.
As the trainers check him out, we'll take a quick break in this 2-0 ball game here in the bottom of the 3rd. We'll be right back.
For 20 years, our family's mission has been simple. It all starts at Stuffed, where exceptional service meets bold flavors. Every crust, a masterpiece. Cocktails crafted to perfection in an atmosphere that brings family and friends together. Stuffed pizza, dine-in or takeout. Savor and enjoy at our 2 locations. Quality, service, family legacy, it all starts at Stuffed.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Monster Shakes, the best ice cream creations in the desert and only place in the world that serves all 10 flavors of Dole Soft Serve. The winner of the best soft serve and smoothie.
So after the trainers and coaching staff for the Coyotes take a look at Romero out there at second base, he is okay. He's staying in the game after stealing second. Pollard is still at the plate. With nobody out here in the bottom of the 3rd, the Coyotes trail the Haymakers 2-0. That's a 1-1 count to the extra hitter in this lineup for the Coyotes. Here's the pitch. That one is lined into left field. Taking one hop into Bishop. Coming around to score is Romero. An RBI single for Max Pollard. Cuts the deficit in half. and the throw into the infield gets away. Pollard advances 90 feet. He's now on second base.
Yeah, I like that piece of hitting there by Max Pollard. Got a 79-mile-per-hour changeup. Waited for that one. Kind of went with his arms and his legs. Let that one go right into the outfield. Little dinker to left field. And now he's on second after that throwing error by Savion Bishop in the outfield.
Yeah, the throwing error allows Pollard to advance to second base, but it would have been an RBI single no matter what. He drives in Romero. It's a 2-1 ball game. Now at the plate is Maxwell Schmerber for the Coyotes. He's the second baseman today and in the 10 spot of the lineup. He watches ball one. Tomasi fires, softly lined over to shortstop, takes a soft hop, and a nice play over there by the first baseman, LeBeau. It was a one-hop throw, and it was dug out cleanly by the first baseman for the Haymakers to get that out.
Yeah, another good play by the Haymakers defense. Ballesteros was able to pick that one up at the shortstop. Had to charge after it, throw to first base. Bit of a bobble by LeBeau, but he's able to recover to get that out.
And it keeps Pollard, the runner at second, where he initially was. He does not advance on that ground out. So the lineup flips over for Christian Arriola, and he hacks at the first offering and is out in front. One out now here in the bottom of the second. Or excuse me, bottom of the third. Nice breaking ball. Caught the zone, 76 upper corner. As Tomasi gets ahead 0-2 to the Coyotes leadoff hitter. Righty comes set, checks on the runner at second. Pollard, who's dancing around out there. Pitcher kicks and fires and zips in a fastball, 86, right down the heart of the plate for strike two, or out number two, excuse me.
Yeah, he went with a couple of speeders there and was able to get Christian Arriola frozen right down the middle of the plate at 86.
So it's a backwards K in the book. Two gone now here in the third. And Dylan Garcia is at the plate, still with the runner on second. That one misses inside. Slider, breaking ball. Had plenty of break, but didn't catch enough of the zone on the inner half. To the right-handed hitter, Dylan Garcia, who flew out to right field in his first plate appearance. Takes a big swing and a miss at that fastball outer half of the zone, 86.
Good pitch. Another paint on the outside edge. Got Dylan Garcia a bit under that swing there.
Yeah, Tomasi's done really well with using both halves of the plate, attacking hitters inside early and finishing them off outside. That one breaking ball over the plate for strike two.
I like the idea of coast to coast. And this time he uses the off-speed curveball to try to lay it out on that inside corner. It looks like it was going to be a ball, and then it comes back into that middle part for strike two.
Tomasi checking on Pollard over at second, kicks and fires, and lined up the middle, through the middle infield and through Tomasi as he tried to get in the way of it. Throw is not in time. Pollard scores. Standing on second is Dylan Garcia as he ties the ball game up. It's now 2-2.
That was a well-hit ball, 86 miles per hour off the bat. Went after a ball that was low in the strike zone. Sent it kind of curving to that right side, and Tomasi tried to glove it under his backside and unable to make a piece of it. That was a tough play for him, even if he had a shot at it.
So 3 hits in this inning for the Coyotes. They've tied the ball game up 2 apiece between them and the Haymakers. Now it's the 3-hole hitter and the DH, Mason St. Hilary, who lined that one into the left center gap. That one's over the head of McGuinn. That's going to bring in the third run of the ball game for the Coyotes. A stand-up double for Mason St. Hilary.
My goodness, that almost got out of the park too. 96 miles per hour off the bat. It hit the top of the...
They are calling it a home run.
Oh, it hit the top of the wall.
Hard to see from our vantage point, but that is a 2-run bomb from Mason St. Hilary. That ball got out of here quickly.
Absolutely. That was an exit angle of 24 degrees.
Hard to tell. He strolled into second base thinking he only had a double before realizing that the umpires were rolling that a home run. So it's now 4-2 Coyotes. They've dropped a 4 spot on Dominic Tomasi here in the third.
Yeah, check this thing out. 96 miles per hour off the bat, projected 393 feet over that left center wall.
He poked that opposite field. Not easy for a left-handed hitter to go to left center field, especially 390. That one's flared into right field, slicing away from Holcomb and ending up foul. Once again, 4 runs in this inning. It started with a leadoff single from Carson Romero. He stole second and got hurt on that play, but able to stay in the game. Max Pollard followed with an RBI single. Schmerber grounded out for the first out. Arriola struck out, but then back-to-back 2-out hits, one from Garcia and one from St. Hilary.
Look, I'm just telling you, it was bound to happen with a home run today, whether or not. Because the last time we were on a call, we saw 2 home runs. We saw a home run with the power game, too. So I think we need to be on the broadcast more, Zach.
3 straight days of action where we've seen a home run here at Palm Springs Stadium. As that offering to Connor Mager misses, it's a 2-1 count. Nobody on after that home run from St. Hilary. And that one misses low and away.
And again, like, you talk about the Coyotes and their ability to hit 315. And this is where they are so dangerous on offense, able to get big hits and just even single innings. They're now on top 4-2. Just the way that this game has gone for them.
Here's the 3-1, and that one's lined into left field. Savion Bishop is moving back, and that's over his head. One hops the wall off the warning track in left field. And that one is another 2-out hit for the Coyotes as they extend this inning.
Another well-hit ball, 90 miles per hour off the bat there. 358 was the projected distance of that ball, but not enough to get out of the park. It stayed just a bit under with that exit angle of 26 degrees. But another hard-hit ball for the Coyotes, and they're showing off why they're so good at getting these extra base hits.
Lost the first 3 games of their season. They've won 3 straight, and that's evident with how hot these bats are. That one squirts away, and trying to go from second to home on that wild pitch is Connor Mager. So he's now at third base, 90 feet away from scoring.
And they're just doing this with 5 hits, in this inning alone. The way that this has gone for them is a much different turnout than what I thought with Dominic Tomasi. Jinx it again, Zach. I don't know what to tell you anymore, man.
That one is in there, upper half of the zone, right on the corner at 86.
We're jinxing these guys for days. Talked about it, that the fact that Tomasi was throwing out a good outing here, and then all of a sudden the Coyotes decided to flip it.
Oh, that ball lands right in the puddle. Might no longer be a game ball.
Yeah, I think that ball is going to be pretty obsolete for a minute.
Leave it out in the sun, let it dry out. Either way, it's a 1-2 count for Merrick Sampayan. Here with 2 outs, runner on third. 4-2 ball game if the Coyotes have taken the lead, but it's a swing and a miss from their left fielder, Sampayan, who goes down swinging, but not after the Coyotes put a 4 spot here in the third to take a 4-2 lead over the Haymakers as we head into the fourth here on the PSCL YouTube channel.
Everyone knows good things come in threes, like Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99, including one mouth-watering entree, a refreshing beverage, a $10 power card, and a whole lot of fun, which means you enjoy a delicious meal for under $10. Oh, look, that's 5 good things. Good things come in threes at Dave & Buster's with the Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99. Buy online or in-store today.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are two teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
We are through 3 innings here at Palm Springs Stadium, and the Coyotes, after dropping a 4 spot in the bottom of the 3rd, have a 2-run advantage over the Haymakers. Antonio Longobardi is still out there for his 3rd inning of work, and he fires in strike 1 to Gianni Brasesco, the 3rd baseman for the Haymakers, as he fouls that one off.
That's a guy that reached on with a leadoff single in the 2nd inning and then stole a bag, reached on an error, and scored.
So 1-1 to start off this 4th inning. And that one looks like it misses, but not by much. About a baseball off the edge on the outer corner to the right-handed hitter, Brasesco, who singled and stole 2nd and came around to score back in the 2nd.
A good pitch on the outside edge of the strike zone for a 2-2 count here. A good vertical break, another curveball. He's been using that a lot today.
Longobardi comes set, kicks and fires the 2-2. That one's fouled off down the first base side towards the trainer's tent. Go ahead.
It's been an entertaining couple of games so far today. This one, I mean, it's 2 runs, but it's still within reach here for the Haymakers to at least make a bounce back.
That one low and in, so it'll be a ball 4. Leadoff walk to the Haymakers' 3rd baseman, and that'll bring up Savion Bishop.
I thought that was a hit by pitch initially because I had a 3-2 count on my, or 2-2 count on my.
Might have gotten
dial,
a piece of him. He went down to first immediately, so that's how you know. Probably felt something. That back pick is low, but able to be corralled by Mager over there at 3rd. So runner on first with nobody out here in the top of the 4th. Haymakers trail 4-2. But the tying run is at the plate with Savion Bishop. Swings at the first pitch and pops it way up. Drifting into foul territory, Mager's underneath it, and he comes up with the grab for the first out.
Yeah, it was way up in the sky. Took a 68 exit launch angle and a 76 miles per hour off the bat.
I'd like to see the distance traveled of how far that ball went up into the sky.
Probably out of the reach of our TrackMan system for sure.
That ball sent a mile into the Palm Springs sky for out number 1. So Brasesco's still at first after the leadoff walk. That'll bring up Owen McGuinn. He watches strike 1. Back in the 2nd, he hit an RBI single and stole 2nd, so he's 1 for 1. Quick conversation between Schmerber and Longobardi. Longobardi, as I mentioned, in his 3rd inning of work, starting to get the tempo going. Long pause here, but he kicks and fires. Runner goes, throw down to second, and unable to hang on to the throw down as he's able to head into third now. Good job from the third baseman, Horwood, to keep that from rolling into the dugout and allowing a run to score. So it's a stolen base for Brasesco, and then he's able to get to third.
I don't know what to rule that one in terms of an error or whatnot, but it looks like the second baseman there, Schmerber, it looked like he gave up on that ball that got away for a minute, and then he just started walking around in a half circle. So Meeker had to come over from first base to try to make a play at third, and then he errantly throws it over there. But good stop by his own defense to at least keep it there. And the trainers are going to come out now, it looks like. I think something happened there with Schmerber with the ball coming through.
That's twice now we've seen a stolen base into second base end up with an injured player. Not sure who it is down there that's on the wrong end of that collision with Gianni Brasesco. But as they check it out over there on second base, we'll take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. It's still a 4-2 ball game here at Palm Springs Stadium. We'll be right back.
Everyone knows good things come in threes, like Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99, including one mouth-watering entree, a refreshing beverage, a $10 power card, and a whole lot of fun, which means you enjoy a delicious meal for under $10. Oh, look, that's 5 good things. Good things come in threes at Dave & Buster's with the Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99. Buy online or in-store today.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are two teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
Welcome back in after that delay. Looks like everybody's all right. We still got our runner on third with one out here in the top of the fourth. 4-2 ball game. The Coyotes lead over the Haymakers. And it's an 0-2 count to Owen McGuinn, who had an RBI single in his last at-bat, trying to do it again to cut this 2-run deficit in half. Pops that one up, but it's drifting out of play, foul.
And so what happened on that steal there was that the ball came down from the catcher Babcock to Romero, and the ball bounced up and hit Romero's face. That's why he started trailing over around and wasn't able to go get that ball. So the trainers checked him. It looks like he's okay and still in the game.
Here's the 0-2 from Longobardi. Good pitch low and away, but no chase from McGuinn. Counts now 1-2. We got some word on that home run off the bat of Mason St. Hilary in the bottom of the third, because there was a little confusion as it was back into the fair field of play. We thought it was off the wall for a double, but it actually hit off the bottom piping of the scoreboard, and that's why it came back into the field. That ball's flied out into deep right center field. Tagging from third and coming in is Brasesco. Throw is offline, as that'll be ruled a sacrifice fly for Owen McGuinn as he brings in the third run of the ball game for the Haymakers, and they're only down by 1.
Another good piece of hitting there for Owen McGuinn, fouling off a couple pitches, then sending one to the right side. Gets the job done by scoring yet another run for his boys. That's the second time he's gone in to score on a weird block in my stat sheet with a hit by pitch, stolen base, and then essentially like a pass ball.
There's strike one on the outer half to Aiden Holcomb. Both runs, or excuse me, 2 of the 3 runs for the Haymakers have been Owen McGuinn driving in Gianni Brasesco. Once in the second and just now here in the fourth. 4-3 ball game. Coyotes trying to extend their 3-game winning streak to 4. As that one runs inside to Aiden Holcomb. And for the Haymakers, they've lost 4 in a row, so they're trying to get back into the win column. Longobardi trying to get out of this inning. 1-1 count with 2 outs, nobody on. Fires a strike that is offered at by Holcomb. Can't put the bat on the ball, so it's 1-2.
That was right down the heart of the plate, too.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss once more as Longobardi gets another strikeout. That's his 5th of the game. Excuse me, 6th of the game. As we're heading into the bottom of the fourth, the Haymakers add another run. It's now 4-3. We'll be back on the PSEL YouTube channel.
There's something winning in the agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Across the Coachella Valley, you'll find our communities powered by short-term rentals. These rentals bring visitors and dollars to the region. Whether attending events, checking out the art scene, or dining at restaurants, when they spend money, we all score. The nearly $1 billion impact of short-term vacation rentals generates tax revenues that fund police, firefighters, education, and many other programs that improve our daily lives. To learn why short-term rentals are a grand slam for the home team, visit onecv.org.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor.
Bottom 4 here at Palm Springs Stadium, 4-3 ball game. And it's the Coyotes at the plate. They have a 1-run lead, and it's going to be Caden Horwood, Everett Babcock, and Carson Romero to start things off against Dominic Tomasi out for his 4th inning of work on the bump. Fires in strike one. To the Coyotes' third baseman, who grounded out to short in his only plate appearance thus far. Half swing.
And the A's and the Jacks are playing at the turf field right now. The Jacks are up 7-0 over the A's right now.
Two of the better offensive teams in the league throughout the season so far. Still plenty to be played over there. Plenty to be played here at Palm Springs Stadium. We're only halfway through this matchup between the Haymakers and the Coyotes.
Yeah, we thought that game was going to be a lot closer with the A's and the Jacks. We thought it would be a good game. Usually the A's would be advantageous right now, but it sounds like the Jacks have had a better time against the A's pitching today.
Coming into this game for the Jacks, they were 6-0. They'd scored 67 runs and only allowed 16 in those 6 games. So just putting up video game numbers here in the PSCL to start the summer of 2025.
It's a great team out there, the Jacks. I don't know if a lot of people really thought they were going to be a whole lot this year. And just one home run by the Jacks this year.
Yeah, they're coached by the power hitting coach Sam DiMatteo, so you know they're going to be putting up crooked offensive numbers any game, any inning, any opportunity that they have. Just well-coached hitting approaches for some Lumberjacks over there. But it's a 2-2 here to Caden Horwood as he watches that one inside for a ball. It's now a full count.
The amount of singles that they've had this year. 49 singles on the team, 10 doubles, and 5 triples. They are just mashing the ball. And the guy who's been leading it all has been Jesus Vasquez.
That one's hit to second base, fielded cleanly by Martinez, and he throws it to LeBeau, who reaches up and snags it for the first out.
Good easy grounder with the 85-mile-per-hour pitch in the heart of the zone. Just sent it. He was a little over on the top of it on that swing. And a good easy defensive play for the infield of the Haymakers, Martinez and LeBeau.
So that'll bring up the catcher, Everett Babcock, who struck out in the second. Here he is for his second plate appearance. Steps into the left-handed batter's box to take on Dominic Tomasi, who fires ball one. That one practically in the right-handed batter's box. Tomasi's been dealing outside of the third inning where he ran into some trouble, gave up 4 runs on 5 hits. Spins a breaking ball outer half. That lands in the strike zone. His team was able to get another run for him in the top of the 4th, so it's a 4-3 ball game. With the Haymakers trying to get a 1-2-3 inning so they can go back and hit. That one misses down and away to Babcock. 2-1 count. Tomasi comes set. Kicks and fires. That one also misses low, so the count runs to 3-1. Carson Romero, the shortstop for the Coyotes, is on deck. As Tomasi gets ready for the 3-1 delivery. It's over the plate, and it's lined into right field. Past the right fielder Holcomb and heading into the gap. Rounding first and trotting into second is Babcock. He's got a stand-up double with 1 out here in the 4th.
Right down the heart of the plate. 84 miles per hour fastball. Got a good exit velo of 87 miles per hour off the bat. And sent it over the head of Holcomb out there in right field. Seen a lot of those well-hit balls to the outfield today. And even in this game, too, it's a second extra base hit knocked in, or third extra base hit, I should say, with the Mason St. Hilary home run from earlier.
So that'll bring up Carson Romero, who singled, stole second, and came around to score back in the 3rd. As he takes a hack and takes his time to get back into the box. He's down 0-1 with a runner on scoring position after that double from Babcock. Tomasi kicks and fires. That one softly lined over towards the trainer's tent beyond the visiting dugout. So he's down 0-2 is Carson Romero.
The Jacks runners for 67 runs allowed. 16 is ridiculous for a PSCL team this year.
Averaging over 9 runs a game. So that one's softly chopped up the middle. Babcock goes to third, but they get the out at first for the second of the inning. But now standing on third is Everett Babcock with 2 away for Max Pollard.
And not a lot of exit velo on that swing, and just kind of grounds it low. But with 2 outs here, another opportunity for the Coyotes to bring it back in here and keep adding to the board.
Here's Pollard, who takes a big hack on that fastball down the heart of the plate. 85 miles per hour, but unable to put it in play. Here's the 0-1. Pollard gets a piece of that one and fouls it straight back. So he's down 0-2. He hit an RBI single last inning and came around to score on a Dylan Garcia RBI single.
He got jammed up on that pitch that was inside at 85 miles per hour.
Here's the 0-2. Misses inside, so Pollard will see another pitch as it's now 1-2. Runner on third is Babcock as the Coyotes trying to get the run back that the Haymakers scored in the top of the fourth. Swing and a miss from Pollard. He goes down swinging, and the Haymakers get out of this fourth inning unscathed. They're still down by a run as we head into the fifth here at the Palm Springs Stadium.
The Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned company. Every employee has a vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members of HOAs. It's a very powerful thing. No homeowners association is too small or too large for us to manage. From community maintenance services to customized absentee home care, the Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for.
Hi, I'm Damien with the Management Trust. We're a community management built differently for your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Quality first. It's quite a philosophy to live by. But world-class ingredients are the foundation of great meals. And we wouldn't have it any other way. At Kaiser Grill in downtown Palm Springs, we believe you deserve the best. So whether it's dinner for 2 or a celebration with 200 friends, quality is our promise to you. Because quality is king. Quality is Kaiser.
Back at Palm Springs Stadium, we're through 4, and it's a 4-3 ball game. Coyotes have the lead over the Haymakers. It'll be 10-1-2 for the Haymakers. Bryson, Martinez, and Baikari due up in this inning as Antonio Longobardi out there for his 4th inning of work. Throws ball 1 for the first pitch of this inning. Swing and a miss from Bryson. Took something off of that pitch, did Longobardi.
That was a nasty curveball on the inside edge at 71 miles per hour.
Throws another one right there. Similar location, similar result as it gets Bryson swinging out in front. Now it's 1-2. Longobardi kicks and fires. Fastball outer half. It's slapped away from Bryson. He stays alive.
Longobardi's doing so far so good. I mean, I don't want to jinx him again, but, 6 strikeouts is still pretty good for an outing where you're just giving up 2 runs.
Spins one on the outer half, and that catches the zone as Bryson goes down looking for the second time today. And the lineup flips over for Ray Martinez, who's 0 for 2.
Yeah, Bryson thought that pitch was going to go outside and then trailed back in on the curveball pitch, and he got him frozen at 72 miles per hour. How about strikeout number 7 for Mr. Longobardi?
Catches the upper half of the zone for a strike as he gets ahead of Martinez. Longobardi working quickly here in the 5th, has a good tempo. That one misses for a ball. Nobody warming up in the Coyotes bullpen, but for the Haymakers, they've got Cipriano Rivera getting loose down there. That one's high from the arm of Longobardi. 2-1 count. So that one slapped at, kind of a tomahawk chop swing from Martinez on that pitch down the middle. Fouls it off.
He was way out in front of that swing that time. And Longobardi switching it up on speeds here. Last pitch 72 miles per hour over the heart of the plate, but he got him to swing early.
And a half swing, doesn't matter. Catches the zone. Back-to-back Ks for Longobardi. 2 down here in the top of the 5th.
Good pitch selection, 80 miles per hour, painted on the outside edge. And a check swing by Ray Martinez. And Longobardi's got strikeout number 8.
He's attacking these hitters. Left-handers inside, right-handers away. There's a breaking ball away to a lefty, so he starts out off speed and on the outer half to get ahead of Jace Bikari, the Haymakers catcher. That one's in the zone as Longobardi is just pumping in strikes here in the 5th.
And this is a problem for batters too, especially if they're getting called on that the outside parts of the strike zone. Now they have to go swinging for some of these pitches.
0-2 pitch, swing and a miss as Longobardi fires nothing but strikes in this inning, striking out 3 consecutive Haymakers in the 5th. As we head into the bottom half here at Palm Springs Stadium, Coyotes still lead 4-3.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
We've reached bottom 5 here at Palm Springs Stadium. I'm Zach Durham, joined by Justin Lee, and the Coyotes have a 4-3 lead. As due up in this inning, it'll be 10-1-2. Maxwell Schmerber, Christian Arriola, and Dylan Garcia for the Coyotes. New pitcher on the mound for the Haymakers is Cipriano Rivera. Big right-handed arm comes in here in the bottom of the 5th. And first pitch swinging and scrambling down to first, as that was just a cue shot off of the bat, and it pinballs around the infield for an infield single.
Yeah, that's either way a tough play to make, especially when it comes off the mound like that under Rivera's glove. And then you got the infielder and Ballesteros coming in from the shortstop position trying to make a tough play in the infield grass. Even if it bounces out of your glove, you're probably not going to get him out in time.
He comes in and throws one pitch, 82 on the inner half to a right-handed hitter. Jams him, but somehow finds a soft spot in the Haymaker infield. So Schmerber is on first with a leadoff infield single. The lineup will flip over for Christian Arriola, the center fielder for the Coyotes. Watches ball 1.
You want to know the exit velo off that swing was 46 miles per hour.
46. Wow. Half of what Mason St. Hilary's exit velo was.
Oh, yeah.
Big hack from Arriola. Nothing to show for.
I think he heard you upstairs. He wanted another Mason St. Hilary home run, but in the form of Christian Arriola on that swing.
This is a big hack. Nothing to show for. 1-1 count. Righty kicks and fires, spikes it in the dirt as Schmerber scurries down to second base on that wild pitch from Rivera. Only the second batter that he's faced. He's behind 2-1 to the Coyotes leadoff hitter, who struck out a couple times today, so he's due for a ball in play. Long pause on the mound. Righty kicks and fires. Popped up on the right side. First baseman says he has it, and he does. Nearly overran it, did LeBeau, but he comes up with the first out of the inning here in the bottom of the 5th.
And good recognition. The sun is up in the middle of the sky right now at this time, so it's a lot tougher for some of these infielders to kind of recognize where that ball is. But good job by LeBeau to come in and be able to make that catch right down the line, too, especially with Christian Arriola, going down the line, that first base line there, and then he's got to get out of the way of Arriola.
That one's inside to Dylan Garcia for a ball. Flew out to right field in the first, hit an RBI single in the third. That tied the ball game at 2, and then the very next at-bat was Mason St. Hilary's 2-run home run to give the Coyotes a 4-2 lead. They haven't looked back since, although the Haymakers did add a third run, which is how we've gotten to a 4-3 score line here in the bottom of the 5th.
The last pitch was absolutely dotted on the outside edge at 81 miles per hour.
Good spot as he's got a runner on second base. This time he's going to move over to third on the ground ball up the middle. Nice play from Ballesteros to LeBeau on the 6-3 putout for the second out. But now standing at third is Schmerber, 90 feet away from adding some insurance for the Coyotes. And that'll bring up the DH Mason St. Hilary, who had that 2-run home run to the left center gap towards the scoreboard back in the third inning.
Yeah, get that kind of power. Apotaco, 96 miles per hour off the bat on that home run.
Ooh, a half swing. He was fooled there.
Whee!
Shaking his head, kind of knows that the pitcher got the best of him there. That was a good pitch to start out with. 74 with a foot of drop. There's the 1-0 misses, 0-1 misses outside. So now it's 1-1. That was the perfect pitch to throw to a guy coming off of a home run, just ready to go up there and swing it.
And now you want to be careful with a guy like this now thrown around him.
1-1. 84 on the corner for strike 2. That was a tough pitch for the lefty St. Hilary to go down and put the barrel on the ball.
Great idea on that pitch to paint it on the outside corner.
1-2, way outside for a 2-ball and 2-strike count here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th.
And you see how he's avoiding the inside part of the strike zone. That's where St. Hilary got him got the other pitcher last time, Tomasi, on that home run.
Long wait. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Spikes it in the dirt past the catcher by Kari, and coming home to score is Schmerber. So the Coyotes don't need a base hit. They get their run from a wild pitch, as it's now a 5-3 ball game.
Yeah, not what you want when you're doing that. I get that you want to throw around a guy like this, but you've got to keep that ball up in the zone and give your catcher a chance to stop it. And that ball gets away and another run scored here for the Coyotes.
So the payoff pitch is outside, so that'll be a walk to St. Hilary with 2 outs here. And the cleanup hitter, Connor Mager, who's 2 for 2 today, is coming to the plate.
And even if it ends up with a walk here, I mean, it's still a pretty good outcome for the pitcher here in Rivera, but
ball 1 misses high to Mager. I mean, if he wanted to work around him, he had 2 bases open with the guy on third. He didn't have to try to be too cute with it.
Yeah.
Tough situation to come into anyways. Runner goes as the big man was on the move.
He was ready to go off that first base bag and jump right away with Rivera lifting his leg up there. Yeah, what a difference a few pitchers can make. You throw one in the dirt, gets away, a runner score. And the next pitch off the plate, you get the big guy on first base now.
He's got a big lead over there as well as they take a check on him, and it gets past LeBeau at first. That one's down into the Haymakers bullpen, trying to go first to third on an errant back pick, and not in time. Oof. It was a good throw from LeBeau to gun down St. Hilary, trying to go first to third. Wow. So that's how the 5th inning ends. The Coyotes do get a 5th run. It's now 5-3 as they lead over the Haymakers, heading into the 6th here at Palm Springs Stadium.
Like a family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Three, 4, 5 for the Haymakers to lead off this 6th inning, as Longobardi is still on the bump for the Coyotes. He came into the 2nd inning, and he's given up a run, but he also has 9 strikeouts as he's been setting the tone for his team since he's appeared. And he gets ahead 0-1 on Jonas Ballesteros, who is 1 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Also has a stolen base. That one misses low and away for a ball. 1-1.
Yeah, Longobardi's been doing very good. That last half inning, he struck out all 3 batters he faced off against. 2 looking, 1 on the swing.
Longobardi misses low. It was over the plate, just beneath the knees of Ballesteros. That's a good spot to live at if you're a pitcher.
And that's where he was living in that last half inning, and because of that expanded strike zone, the rest of the batters had to go after those pitches.
That one misses up and in, about a baseball too high from the strike zone, so it's now 3-1.
He's trying to dot it up again, try to see if he can get an expanded strike zone call here, but nothing doing.
That one misses down and in, so a leadoff walk to Ballesteros. It's the first base runner since the leadoff hitter in the 4th, when it was a leadoff walk to Gianni Brasesco. So now it's Lawson Darthard, who's 1 for 2 with a single. Nobody out, top 6, 5-3 ball game. That one's lined right up the middle as Darthard wasted no time putting his bat on the ball. He's got a single. Advancing to second is Ballesteros. So the first 2 guys are on base for the Haymakers in the 6th.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to look at that ball if you're any taller than Longobardi, who's at 5 foot, about 8 inches or so. And that ball, if he was 6'4", he would have been mashed in the face at a 93-mile-per-hour exit velo.
Yeah, that ball was laced back up the middle, just zipping past Longobardi. So 2 guys on now with nobody out. Here's Nathan LeBeau, the first baseman, who watches strike 1. Change up over the heart of the plate. Here's the 0-1. That one misses up and away. So Ballesteros on second after a leadoff walk. Lawson Darthard at first after a hard hit ball up the middle, 93 off the bat, according to Justin. Oof. As that back pick into first is not in time. 5-3 ball game here in the 6th. It was the Haymakers who had a 2-0 lead going into the 3rd, but the Coyotes put up a 4 spot in the 3rd and have had the lead since. Oh, and just throwing it out there to put the bat on the ball and stay alive is LeBeau. He just got a piece of it.
This is a Haymakers team that has scored a lot of runs this year, 59 total. Just hasn't been able to hold it down with pitching so far this season. Is the only reason why they haven't been winning a whole lot of games. But this is a chance for them here to try to bounce in front with the go-ahead run at the plate.
Big hack from LeBeau. He goes down swinging on that fastball at the top of the zone. Had some life on it from the right arm of Longobardi. He gets the first out of the 6th.
Longobardi up to 10 strikeouts now on this outing. Have yourself a good day, Longobardi.
That'll bring up Gianni Brasesco. He's reached base and scored in both of his plate appearances. Watches ball 1. He hit a single in the 2nd. Came around to score. Then he walked in the 4th. Came around to score. He also stole a base on each trip around the bases. So he's got 2 stolen bases on the day. That one misses outside. 2-0 count to the Haymakers' third baseman.
Yeah, with the way he's playing right now, Brasesco, if he gets on base again, guaranteed might score another run.
That one's called a strike on the outer half. Good spot for Longobardi to put that fastball.
But if you can get out of this inning with a potential double play, then you're in an even much better spot.
Second baseman Schmerber coming over to potentially check on the runner, but Longobardi fires ball 3. Savion Bishop is on deck for the Haymakers in this 3-1 count to Brasesco. Longobardi checks the runner at second, kicks and fires, throws it past Brasesco.
This is a big out right here, no matter which way you want to look at this. especially with every time that he's scored a run and with 2 runners in front of him, you don't want him to get through.
Here's the payoff pitch, and he throws it in the left-handed batter's box. That'll be a ball. So the bases are now loaded for the Haymakers. Savion Bishop walks up to the plate in a huge spot in this game. 5-3 is the score. The home team, Coyotes, have the lead. But with the bases loaded and 1 out, the Haymakers putting the pressure on Longobardi and the Coyotes. They've got nobody warming up down there in the bullpen. But head coach Jacob Castro is coming out to have a word with his man.
I mean, Longobardi's had himself a pretty good day thus far. 10 strikeouts, only a few walks, hit by pitches, 4 hits given up, 2 earned runs in this game. This is, either way, if he steps off the mound today, pat your back, Longobardi, because you've had yourself a pretty good game. But now, this is a big spot for Longobardi with the bases loaded here. If he can get out of this, this might take the win out of the Haymakers.
Force out at any base with 1 out, as a ball in the infield can get you out of this inning defensively if you're the Coyotes. Third baseman's playing in, but he's off the line. Middle infield playing pretty straight up, as is the third baseman, although he's playing a step or 2 in. Ball 1 misses low to Savion Bishop, who's 0 for 2 today. But what a spot this would be to get a hit and put some runs on the board. That one catches the zone low and away, dotted on the corner from Longobardi, evens up the count.
No pass balls here. That's not what you want.
Longobardi pauses, kicks, and fires. The 1-1 gets Bishop way out in front. Back pick the third to check on the runners, not in time. That's Ballesteros over there.
Again, another big situation here. Can you get this batter out? Can you bring it to 2 outs and put yourself in a position to get out with a bases loaded cinch here?
He's ahead of the hitter, 1-2. Swing and a miss from Bishop. He goes down swinging. A huge out for Longobardi here in the 6th with the bases loaded. There's now 2 away.
Another big out, like we talked about. Big out there. Bring it to 2 outs with the bases loaded. Now you can force any base anywhere, and you can get out of this inning with no damage done.
Ballesteros is at third. Darthard is at second. And Procesco is at first, with Owen McGuinn at the plate. Bases loaded with 2 outs. Big spot here. Longobardi comes set. Long pause, kicks and fires. That one misses outside for a ball. Time is called as...
Looks like he's got some dirt in his eyes.
Yeah, that's Babcock back there. Home plate umpire gives him some time.
There's a lot of dirt in that home plate area, especially when if your glove is down there and the ball starts kind of kicking up that dirt. It's hard to get that out of your face when it flies in the air like that.
1-1 count, bases loaded here in the top of the 6th. 5-3 ball game. Coyotes lead over the Haymakers. That one's flared into shallow, stays in the infield, and it's going to stay in the infield. 1 run is going to score. 2 runs are going to score. And we have ourselves a tie ball game after that pop-up in the infield cannot be caught, and we have ourselves a 5-5 game. That's tough. Looked like Longobardi got the pitch to get out of it, but it drops in deep infield, shallow outfield.
Yeah,
2 runs come across the score.
That's a tough play there for Schmerber to try to make. And again, another bad pop fly in the air with the sun up there in the sky. Just kind of lost it in there, and now it's a tie ball game.
Swing and a miss from Aiden Holcomb, who's up for his 3rd plate appearance. 5-5 ball game now here in the top of the 6th after that 2 RBI single from McGuinn. That one counts as the outer half of the zone. Strike 2, 0-2 to the Haymakers right fielder. Here's the 0-2 from Longobardi. Runner at first goes, but it doesn't matter. Swing and a miss from Holcomb as Longobardi gets another strikeout, his 3rd of the inning. But for the Haymakers, they're able to tie this ball game up with 2 runs of their own. We head to the bottom of the 6th in a tie ball game here at Palm Springs Stadium on the PSCL YouTube channel.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are 2 teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
Monster Shakes, the best ice cream creations in the desert.
Bottom 6 tie ball game here at Palm Springs Stadium. If you're just joining us, the Haymakers got 2 in the top half with 2 outs to tie this ball game up. So Connor Mager for the Coyotes will be leading off the bottom half, going against Cipriano Rivera in his 2nd inning of work, and he chases that one low and away for strike 2.
Yeah, tie ball game here. Another entertaining one at this field today. We saw a good one earlier with the Chill and the Grizzly game, but that was a different outcome.
Swing and a miss. Mager goes down swinging. That's the first time he's been retired today. As there's the first out here at the bottom half of the 6th.
Good pitch selection inside corner. Got him to swing because it looked like it was going to go stay inside the zone, and he kind of got caught up with his hands in and missing low.
So here's Merrick Sampayan. That one just missing on the outer half for a ball. That was a good spot from Rivera. 75 low and away to the lefty. Leaves that one out as well. Ball 2, 2-0. Full windup for Rivera. Leaves that one up and away for ball 3. So it's a 3-0 count to the Coyotes left fielder, hitting 5th in today's lineup. Here's the 3-0, taking all the way and watching strike 1 on the upper corner.
Longobardi's up to 93 pitches from that last inning.
There's ball 4. So Sampayan is on base after that 1-out walk. And that'll bring up Caden Horwood. 94 pitches for Longobardi as he went 5 innings strong.
11 guys struck out. 12.
That one's dotted on the upper part of the zone, away from the right-handed Caden Horwood, who's 0 for 2 today with a couple of ground outs. Long pause from Rivera. He kicks and fires. Back pick down to first is not in time. It was a good throw, but the tag down there at first just a little bit late from Darthard.
And Sampaio was ready to go to second right there. Then he had to scurry back with the back pick as he was way off that bag. They almost got him over there with LeBeau getting the sweep.
That one misses by a couple of baseballs above the strike zone. So the count's now 2-1. Lines that one straight back into the back netting for Caden Horwood. It's now a 2-2 count. If you're just joining us, we've had a back and forth game where the Haymakers led by 2 after 2. Going into the 5th, it was a 5-3 ball game. Excuse me, going into the 6th, it was a 5-3 ball game. But after the Haymakers add a couple of runs in the top half, we have ourselves a tie ball game.
Well, it was almost off, just a scratch off the strike zone on that last pitch.
Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Horwood. So the second strikeout of the inning for Rivera. Has 2 down. Still with a runner on first. That's Sampaio over there after he walked. And it'll bring up Everett Babcock, the catcher. Check on the runner at first, and they got him. Great move from Rivera to pick off the runner at first and end the inning as the Haymakers head into the top of the 7th in a tie ball game. We'll be right back here on the PSCL YouTube channel.
Everyone knows good things come in threes, like our eat, drink, and play combo for just $19.99. Maybe the saying should be good things come in 19.99s. Maybe not. The Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyriq. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
Bottom 6 here in a tie ball game. 5-5 is the score between the Haymakers and the Coyotes. New pitcher on the mound for the Coyotes is Carson Romero, who started this game at shortstop. As he fires ball 1 to Seth Bryson, the extra hitter hitting 10th today for the Haymakers. Full windup for Romero as he leaves that one high for ball 2. So Longobardi's day is done. He went 5 innings pitched, only allowed 4 hits, 4 runs, 2 of them earned, with 2 walks and 12 strikeouts. As that one misses outside for ball 3. 93 pitches for Longobardi, as he ate up a good chunk of innings in this ball game for his staff. They're in a dogfight here with the Haymakers. It's 5-5 through 6. Haymakers got 5 on 6 runs, or excuse me, 5 on 6 hits. 8 hits for the Coyotes. And that one misses inside, so a leadoff walk for Seth Bryson as he trots down to first. That'll flip the lineup over for Ray Martinez for his 4th plate appearance.
Yeah, I mean, even if he gave up 2 hits earned on the stat sheet, 12 strikeouts is a lot. And 93 pitches, the amount of innings that he went through, he had to fight and earn every single one of those strikeouts.
Nathan LeBeau, the righty, warming up in the bullpen for the Haymakers. That one inside on that offering from Romero to Martinez for ball 1. As the righty comes set, takes a long pause, kicks and fires. Strike 1 over the outer half, 83. And I believe that is Matthew Kubotsu at shortstop. We're still waiting to get confirmation. But he comes into play short for Romero as he comes onto the bump to replace Longobardi. Ray Martinez out of San Joaquin Delta College at the plate here with a 2-1 count and a runner on first here in the top of the 7th. Tie ball game. Watches ball 3 high.
I think that's Caleb Montemeyer at shortstop.
Oh, it's Montemeyer over there at short. Horwood still at third, so it's Montemeyer, not Kubotsu. That one swung at and fouled back off the bat of Martinez as the count runs full. Jay Spicari, the catcher, is on deck for the Haymakers.
We haven't seen a whole lot of games where they go into the 7th inning like this tied, but even if we do and it ends like that, and sudden death is on the table.
Long pause from Romero, and the home plate umpire calls time himself.
But if they're able to get out of this inning and give themselves a walk-off opportunity, what a game this would be.
That offering misses from Romero, so back-to-back walks to start this 7th inning.
He left that one upstairs at 83 miles per hour. Just another bad release point again. He's got to turn this thing back around and try to bring it down a little bit. At velocity, he's trying to at least get that ball down, but because of the velocities he's throwing at, he's just losing a little bit of command of that pitch.
Quick meeting on the mound with Babcock and Romero. First baseman Mager joining in on the action as well. So now first and second, nobody out. Top 7 in a 5-5 ball game. Haymakers at the plate, trying to take the lead for the first time since the 2nd inning. Romero, the righty, kicks and fires, throws strike 1. 83 on the outer edge of the strike zone to get ahead of the Haymakers catcher.
And it's going to get real challenging real soon after Bicari. It's Ballesteros and Darthard after this. So these are crucial outs here now for Romero.
This one's over the plate, and it's slapped to left field. Underneath it is Sampayan. Or excuse me, it looks like that's St. Hillary who comes into the outfield. He's out in left field now. He makes the first out here in the top of the 7th. That'll bring up Jonas Ballesteros, who has reached base in all 3 plate appearances. 2 walks and a single. He's got 2 runs scored. And he's got 2 runners on base here with 1 out. Trying to give his team a lead. Another long pause as he checks on the runner at second. Romero finally kicks and fires and spins in a breaking ball down at the knees.
Good pitch. I like that selection on the first pitch. Ballesteros has worked through a couple of long at-bats with a lot of balls and a few opportunities to get on base, which are 3 of them already today.
Another pitch, breaking ball from Romero. Similar velocity, similar spot. He's ahead 0-2.
So that tough part of the lineup again. Can you draw a ground ball and try to force a double play here to get out of the inning and try to give your team another chance to, and now this time to walk it off against the Haymakers, who have had their struggles this year.
That one is slapped into right field. Rounding third and heading home for the go-ahead run, and in there standing up safely is Bryson. And the Haymakers here in the top of the 7th have a 6-5 lead over the Coyotes.
A very good piece of hitting by Jonas Ballesteros. And we talked about how dangerous this part of the lineup is if you let him get any chances. They force essentially kind of a ground ball, but he's able to piece a 92 exit velo off that second base side, get it between the 4-3 gap, and it gives enough ample time for Seth Bryson around second and third to get home and to make it a 6-5 ball game for the Haymakers.
Going first to third was Martinez, so he's 90 feet away from scoring now. After that RBI single from Jonas Ballesteros, 2 for 2 with 2 walks, an RBI and 2 runs scored, also has a stolen base. Have a day, Jonas Ballesteros. 6-5 lead for the Haymakers here in the 7th. They've came all the way back. Nice hack from Darthard right there. Lines it straight back into the netting for strike 1.
It's another dangerous hitter who's already had 2 singles today. And he's got a chance to at least help his team run up the score a little bit more.
Romero checks the runner on third. Pauses and fires that fastball into the back of Lawson Darthard. So he trots down to first with a hit by pitch. That's the 4th base runner to reach base in this inning for the Haymakers.
Yeah, not very ideal here as the coach comes out for the Coyotes, Jacob Castro, when in a tough situation with the bases loaded, doesn't want to give up another run to the Haymakers here and get this out of reach.
Bases are loaded once again for the Haymakers. Not the first time they've had it.
And you got to feel for a guy like Lombardi because, you know, those 2 runs that came in back in the 6th inning, 2 of those runs came in off of an error in the infield when they lost it in the sunlight.
Yeah, that would have been the 3rd out of the 6th inning. It could have been a 5-3 ball game if you're the Coyotes. Instead, it allowed the Haymakers to tie the game, which is why we have ourselves a 6-5 game now after the Haymakers put one on the board here in the top of the 7th. Coyotes still have to come to bat in the bottom half, but the Haymakers with 3 guys on can blow it open right here.
Try to force a double play here if you can.
Romero fires one into LeBeau, who slaps it near the home plate circle. Doesn't get too far away, but it's a strike.
This would be a tough pill to swallow for a guy like Longobardi for the way he has fought today with 12 strikeouts today.
That one's in there for a strike. So it's 0-2 to the Haymakers' first baseman. Romero, long pause. He fires a ball inside. 1-2. Martinez at third, Ballesteros at second, Darthard at first. 1 run already came across the score. That was Aiden Holcomb, who led off this 7th inning with a walk.
The Haymakers trying to break a 4-game losing streak here.
That one's punched into shallow right field. It's going to drop right in front of Garcia as everyone advances 90 feet. Station to station go the Haymakers to extend their lead to 7-5.
Another tough play for the right fielder, Garcia. He lost it in the sun again. You see his both hands as he put the glove up in the air trying to block the sun out the way, and he didn't have a chance because that ball was landing in there on a soft little dinker.
Pinch runner over there at first as LeBeau comes out. Ray Martinez, who just scored, is going to go and pinch run. And it looks like somebody else is going to have to come in. Not allowed to do that if you're already in the lineup. So instead of Martinez pinch running at first, it's going to be Gaku Yamamoto. But the bases are still loaded with one out, and it's Gianni Brasesco. First pitch swinging, slaps that one towards the concession stands on the first base side. So he's down 0-1. Back-to-back innings here for the Haymakers where they've put up a couple of runs. 2 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, but they're not done yet. That one's rolled over to third base. Throw goes home. They get the out there. No play at first, but they get the lead runner to get or prevent a run from coming across the score. So it's still 7-5, but the bases are still loaded.
Good. That's what they have to do here in disallowing another run to get through. Just another soft chopper there. Horwood goes back to the plate, unable to get out of the inning though with a double play there, but at least they get the lead runner and keep the game within reach at 7-5.
So it's a 5-2 fielder's choice. So here's Savion Bishop. Watches ball one high. So now it's Darthard over there at third, with Yamamoto at second, the pinch runner for LeBeau, and now Brasesco at first. That one misses up and in for ball 2 as Romero starting to lose his command.
Just got to settle in here, force another ground ball. Nothing wrong with trusting your defense here in this situation with bases loaded. They got you on the last one.
Big hack comes up empty as he pulled his head on that one. 2-1 is the count now with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Haymakers have a 2-run lead, trying to extend that here with the ball put in play. That one skips in the dirt, doesn't get far enough away from Babcock.
That was extremely dangerous with the ball popping up in the air in front of Babcock behind the plate. And good thing he was able to find that ball in time. Speedy runner at that third base side. Or not a whole lot of speed, I should say, but still dangerous. Darthard at third base.
3-1 count with the bases loaded to Savion Bishop. Righty fires and leaves that one up. So he walks a run in. Everyone advances 90 feet. And Jacob Castro, the coach, coming out, and we'll have a pitching change here in the top of the 7th. 3 runs have come across the score already for the Haymakers, but they're trying to blow this one open. We'll be back and let you know who's on the mound for the Coyotes when we return.
It's a family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
So it's Caden Horwood coming in to get the final out here in the 7th for the Coyotes. Spins a breaking ball inside to Owen McGuinn, who's driven in a couple runs today. He had a single in the 2nd that drove in a run, and then he had a sac fly to the right fielder in the 4th that also drove in a run. That one is hit on the ground into right field. 1 run will score. The throw in from the right fielder is not in time. 2-run score. And the Haymakers add a couple more. It's now 10-5.
Great relay there from the outfield by Garcia, but it's not in time to make the play at home. And again, another soft contactor, but 89 miles per hour. No chance for Schmerber to make a play on that ball. And another great piece of hitting there by Owen McGuinn to make it a 10-5 ball game.
Yamamoto scores after he pinch ran for LeBeau. Brasesco scores. Bishop is now on second after that 2 RBI single from Owen McGuinn. And the Haymakers have put up a 5 spot here in the 7th. That ball misses low and away to Aiden Holcomb. Seth Bryson's on deck, and he led off this inning with a walk. Holcomb swings and misses. Might have gotten a piece of it, but it's in the glove of Babcock. 1-1 count. That one, swing and a miss. No contact on this one, just a straight whiff, as that was a good spot for that 82-mile-per-hour fastball right at the edge of the strike zone from Caden Horwood. Here he is with the 1-2. Leaves that one low. Not a bad spot to miss. Holcomb runs the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right, he kicks and fires, and it's behind home. They're going to say he went around, dropped 3rd strike, so he's out first base. Looks like he went around, and the ball went into the backstop, so that's a drop 3rd strike. But he's at first base.
That's tough right there. I thought Aiden Holcomb got a piece of that ball to make it a foul ball, but the umpire didn't call it, so just went by, and another runner on there, which should have been the 3rd out again.
And that one gets by. Play at the plate as Bishop tries to score. It's not in time. He slides headfirst into home for the 11th run of the game for the Haymakers.
Boy, oh boy, this game has got out of hand for the way that their pitching has been handling things throughout the game, and then the new relief pitcher Romero unable to get out of this inning and keep the game at least tied, and the Haymakers are just getting away with it right now.
McGuinn is now at 3rd, Holcomb at 2nd for Seth Bryson, who, as I mentioned, led off this 7th inning with a walk. That was when Carson Romero was still on the mound. He's now playing shortstop after Caden Horwood came in to relieve him. That moved Montemayor over to 3rd defensively. So it's a 1-1 count now. 2nd and 3rd for the Haymakers. They're up by 6. That one missed outside, 2-1.
All these runs being earned to Carson Romero. That's already 6 runs that has gone towards his slate here with the relief pitcher and Caden Horwood.
Spins in a nice breaking ball to even up the count. 2-2. One pitch from getting out of it and letting the Coyotes swing the bat. Swing and a miss from Bryson, as that will end the top half of the 7th, but not before the Haymakers drop a 6 spot and take a 6-run lead. It's 11-5 going into the bottom of the 7th here at Palm Springs Stadium.
The Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned company. Every employee has a vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members of HOAs. It's a very powerful thing. No homeowners association is too small or too large for us to manage. From community maintenance services to customized absentee home care, the Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for.
Hi, I'm Damien with the Management Trust. We're a community management built differently for your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Bottom 7 here at Palm Springs Stadium. The Haymakers were down 5-2 at one point. They now lead 11-5 as a 6-run 7th inning gave them the lead. New pitcher on the mound, the guy who started at first base is Nathan LeBeau, big righty out of College of the Desert, on the mound trying to get the final 3 outs for the Haymakers. He's going up against Everett Babcock to lead off this inning. Big swing and a miss from the Coyotes catcher. Darthard over there at first to replace LeBeau as he comes on to the bump. With an 0-2 delivery, that one sliced foul off the bat of Babcock. He stays alive. Looks like Montemayor is on deck to pinch hit for Carson Romero. But we'll see another 0-2 pitch. And that one is pulled right in between first and second baseman. A lot of real estate over there on that right side of the field. So it's a leadoff single for Everett Babcock to start off the 7th.
Got jammed off that swing there on the inside pitch at 68 miles per hour, and he pieced it at 68 exit velo, and it rolled on the ground past the infield on that 4-3 gap side.
Pinch runner over there at first, Richard Gill coming in to run for Babcock. And Caleb Montemayor at the plate for his first plate appearance. He's played defense at short and third, but has yet to swing the bat as he watches ball 1. If you're just joining us, the Haymakers dropped 6 runs in the 7th, 2 in the 3rd, so 8 runs unanswered as they were down 5-3. And they now have a 6-run lead, but the Coyotes have a guy on to start the inning.
And they pretty much had this game in the bag so far with the way that Longobardi was pitching, and then they bring in Romero, and he's unable to control this game. With the Haymakers again being dangerous on the bat side.
That one's low and away for a ball, so it's now 3-0 to the pinch hitter, Montemayor. Max Pollard, the extra hitter, is on deck. And that one got the back of Montemayor, so he runs the count to 3-0 and takes one off the back. I'm sure he much would have rather had taken ball 4 for a base on balls rather than the hit by pitch. But either way, he's still at first base. Max Pollard coming up with a couple of guys on and still nobody out.
I mean, this is such a deep hole right now for the Coyotes here, but they're not going away they're not going away quietly here tonight or this afternoon. They're just trying to at least get a lot of runs back. I'm sure Longobardi would appreciate a massive comeback here for the way he's been pitching. I'm going to say Longobardi's name a lot, just the way that he was able to execute so far in this game for the Coyotes, but the rest of the pitching staff hasn't been able to control it.
That one catches the zone for strike 1 against Pollard, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a run scored. Here he is with a couple of guys on, misses on that pitch, fouls it off right behind him.
This game has already surpassed the 2-hour limit. It's over 2 hours and I want to say like 30 minutes or so. Maybe less, I think.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss from Pollard. He goes down swinging. And LeBeau has himself a strikeout for the first out in the 7th.
Right down the middle. Breaking pitch, 73 miles per hour. Curveball. Got him a swing and a miss.
So that'll bring up Maxwell Schmerber. Ground out and then single. Also scored a run. That one's hit out to the outfield. McGuinn's underneath it. Catches it and fires it in quickly for out number 2.
Left it out over the plate. It was a good breaking ball pitch on the first get-go, 61 miles per hour. And a bit under that swing was Schmerber for the second out to right field.
So, yeah, the lineup flips over to Arriola, who's 0 for 3 today with a couple of strikeouts.
You can hear the...
Oh. Pitcher feeling it out there. We'll take a quick break as he gets checked out by the trainers. Don't go anywhere. We still got the final out to be made here at Palm Springs Stadium.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe...
We're back here at Palm Springs Stadium after the trainers went to check on Nathan LeBeau. He's okay. He's ready to take on Christian Arriola with 2 outs here in the 7th. His team leads by 6. It's a 2-0 count to Arriola. Excuse me, 1-0 count. Breaking ball misses low and away.
You can hear the Haymakers dugout ready to erupt.
Swing and a miss from Arriola. Went after that fastball at the top of the zone. This would be the first win on the year for the Haymakers, and what a way to get it done with 8 unanswered in the late innings. That one catches the outer half. Christian Arriola doesn't like it, but it's strike 2.
How about the way the Haymakers have been able to make a bounce back here today?
And that one softly lined past the third baseman, Brasesco. Rounding third and coming in to score is Babcock. He's in standing up. So the Coyotes have life here in the 7th. It's now 11-6.
Yep, none of these teams are saying quit here. They're all fighting to try to get out of these slumps right now and try to get back on the win column. And the Coyotes not going away.
That was the 10th hit of the ball game for the Coyotes. They're out hitting the Haymakers, but they're trailing in the runs department. That one flared out into right center field. Underneath it is Holcomb, who makes the grab. And that's the ball game as the Haymakers have their first win of the season in the 2025 PSCL. They beat the Coyotes 11-6 after dropping 8 runs in the final 2 innings to storm back and take the win.
Yeah, what a big game for them. They, started off the game with 2 runs, and then the Coyotes bounced in front with the 4 runs of their own in the 3rd inning. And then after that, the Haymakers, 1 run in the 4th, 2 runs in the 6th, and 6 in the 7th to jump in front at that 11-6 victory today. And it was a great fight for the Haymakers to at least get a win here in the first one of the season for them. This is a big win for them if they want to, at least take that trend and move it upwards in their own direction.
Certainly a big result for them as they improve their record to 1-5-1. The Coyotes, after going on a 3-game winning streak, fall to 3-4 after that result. As we look ahead into tomorrow, the 2 games that you can listen to here at Palm Springs Stadium will be at 9 o'clock. We have the Rush taking on the Colonials. And then at roughly 11:30, we'll have the Bombers and the Chill. Same place, same time as today. But on this Wednesday afternoon, it is the Haymakers 11, the Coyotes 6. From Zach Durham and Justin Lee and us here at Palm Springs Stadium, thank you for tuning into this broadcast. We'll see you soon.